What's up? What's up? We got a special edition, y'all. Me and my boy Jazzy, he'll be on in a second. Oh man, we about to break some things down. Now listen, this is practical things that you can use every day. All right. What we actually break down is things that has worked for us. It's proven. The method is it works. Okay. We've done the science behind it. We put it in practice. So what we'd like to break down is a lot of things and how you can improve yourself mentally, spiritually. All right. Uh, what's going on with my phone? Okay. Boom. All righty, right. Making sure I'm good. All right. So, like I was saying, so I haven't talked to my boy Jazzy in a minute. He'll be on, like I said, a quick second. But before then, I want to give you a little something, a little poem that I have. No, that's not the poem.
Come travel with me to a higher level, to a higher poetical flow, to our elevated poetical flow. I was told trust in the Father and good would unfold. And I was bold. I wanted understanding of the universe at 10 years old. Awareness I hold, it keeps me warm when people are cold. My roots are sowed in the infinite and ready to explode. One mode of my communication is with my poetic
I was just playing a little music before we got, little poetry before we came in.
Self-revelation.
I was here. I was sitting in the back. You didn't. I had to go back out and come back in.
Through restraint,
no,
okay, I'm here.
Our thoughts.
All right, hold on. All right, let's get straight to it. Caleb. So we are back. You all know the famous, the infinite one, Jazzy. Been around forever, does 6-hour broadcasts. We have
What's
not
up,
talked.
bro?
We haven't talked real good in a long while. And I know I got a lot of stuff to spill.
Right.
So I was telling them this is practical things that they can use. This is tried true. We've done it. So, Jazzy, I'm gonna let you go first, my brother, because I know you got a bunch. What's going on?
Peace, everybody. Peace, 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 peace. I just want to say, man, it's been a minute, and I got a special guest that I'm trying to book for Friday and Saturday, if possible.
I'm off Friday.
My aunt funeral is Saturday, so I got to try to see. I'm going to work some things around, but we're going to be on and popping again. I want to say, man, it's been a ride. Let me tell you, my brother, I've been going. I mean, just everything has been happening. I mean, everything that you can think about. I had car troubles again.
Again? Oh my God. Just buy a brand new car, bro. Just buy brand new.
I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. So, but the last time we talked, I think we was talking about when I was saying about how I was saying about if I needed a new job or something, right?
No, I think we talked about that. You had told him, right?
And then I said how instantly, like 5 minutes after I went into meditation, my manager walked over and told me that I can go to the next building and it's unlimited overtime.
Well, the key is, what did you say?
I said that it wasn't my responsibility to worry about my finances, so I was turning it over to the spirit. So boom, it happened. And then the guy that I had just got through talking to, I said, "Look, you can't make this stuff up." I said, "This is why, I live and, I breathe, I eat, and this is the things that, that I do for this reason." So I was doing like 130 hours. 130 hours. And I was going in at 3 and this and that. And then my van broke down.
Getting all the paper.
My van broke down, and I was just like, what am I gonna do? And it happened like right after I got off the expressway getting on the Henrietta Road here in Rochester.
Broke down, like couldn't start, won't move.
The engine was running, but the axle snapped. And I was just like, man, I'm thankful that I got off, on
Fast.
off
It
the
could have been
highway
worse. I know what you're saying. They
because I had my
moved you to safety. All right. Absolute snap. Snap. I had that happen to me when I had one of my cars. I had both my boys in my car too, my sons. Um, and his cousin was in the car, and we were racing back. And I had a what was it? It was a Benz. It was like a nice little Benz I had way back in the, but it was old school, but it was nice. We raced back. So the next day, I'm going to turn into work. And you know what that thing that holds your wheel on? What's that called?
Mhm.
It broke. The whole wheel came
okay.
off.
Wow.
But I'm saying
The
just the
ball
day
joint.
before, if it would have came off, ain't no telling what the hell would have happened.
I had
That's
my daughter and her friends because I was taking them to Dave and Buster's for her little party. And
Mhm.
so I called the tow truck, told them, they came and they wheeled me to. I just dropped it off at my mechanic. So while it was there, he was out of town. I said, look, I dropped my vehicle off. I need this fixed. And then so he said, don't worry about it. I said, well, you know what? I'll have the money on Wednesday. So what I did, I ain't bothering nobody, because I could have been calling people, say, hey, can I get a ride? But I was like, I got time. So this is what it's for. It's for an emergency. So I just chilled out for 3 days, and then I went and picked it up, and boom, he did
Oh,
everything
that's
and
what's up.
more. So he did everything and more. So I've been trying to reflect a lot of things that I was just thankful because the thing is the overtime that I did have, and I used that money to get my vehicle. It was like no sweat off my back. So just think if I didn't have it, you know what I'm saying? So I was able to just go ahead and swipe the card and just, but
Be done
I
with it.
mean, it's just the little things like that that make you more appreciative about everything that's happening. So last week, my contact so my eyes is like messed up. My contacts got stuck in my eyes, yo.
Well, they went back up into you.
I couldn't get them out. No, I couldn't get them out. so I for like I took it out because it was real swollen and stuff. So now I got one, and the one that I could put it in, I put it.
Where your glasses at?
Ain't no glasses. Ain't
Bro,
no glasses.
I got rid of contacts early when I was in the military. They almost made me blind messing with them damn contacts. I said, I'll just wear glasses from here on out. But go ahead.
I got to get the surgery. So, they was like, so I'm, they told me it's like, if you buy glasses at this point, it's going to be, I do have to buy them just because I have to wear glasses before, like 3 days before. And then, and then they'll be able to do it. So I have to have no contacts, no nothing. So I got to buy them for that reason. But the glasses wasn't happening because I look like Mr. Magoo.
Oh, you had to have the thick ones?
Yeah. And then
I got the small five, the glasses, the cool glasses, not the military glasses. We call them the woman restraint system, nigga. When you put those glasses on, no woman wants you. You good.
Hey, yo, they so bad.
You was good.
I said, even with the new technology, just show me what it'll look like. And I was like, oh, hell
no. Birth control glasses.
Yeah. I couldn't do it, bro. I couldn't do it. I was like, I can't fight it.
It was that bad.
It's that bad, man. Hey, it's that bad. My eyes would look little.
Don't wear them on the tip of your nose looking.
Yeah, so that wasn't happening. But spiritually, I've been dealing with a lot of things lately, and one of the things is controlling my anger. That's why I try to be laughing. Spirit's been dealing with me because that's why I like to laugh. That's why I post a lot of stuff on my social medias and stuff, jokes, funny stuff. And I like to be calm, because like I'm the type of person, it's just that when you cross me, it's just like I black out. You know what I mean? And that's why when we was talking about listen, bro, let me tell you, I told you, look, I'm 55 years old.
But black out, that's That's the next level of totally giving into the emotion. It's like it's over and it's done.
But that's why, as remember we was talking about that, it's better to go ahead and not allow the you stay away, be calm and stuff, because you don't want to experience the power that, you know, spirit has, like when things.
I know what you're saying.
So it's just like, the thing is, you know, trying to maintain it and control it, because it's just like it. I mean, it's really, really bad. I sat down and thought about it, because 55, right? I think I told you about my youngest sister. Dude beat her up really, really bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Put hands on her, and so the first thing I did, I was, you know, and then when I seen, I went over there. My son called me and told me that my nephew called and was like, you know, how bad she was, her face and on her back and everything. So here I am. So I said, so he came with me. We'll get to the house. The dude was across the street. So he was across the street. Went in there. My nephew said, he ain't here. He across the street. So we went in the house. This is crazy. I went in the house, and then my son was like, "Which one is he?" I grabbed the dude. I first of all, I tried to talk to him. I was like, "Come outside." You know,
really? Yeah. Let me talk.
And then the dude, he didn't want to come outside. And then the dude was like, "Not in my house, not in my house." So, and then I looked around. I was like, "Thank you. It ain't shit in your house. It's just a table," you know. But anyways, I grabbed him. And then I just jumped on him, man. And then my son had to pull me off. The dude ended up going to the hospital that night, and he had fractured bones in his face and his ribs and everything. Okay, come to find out, like, I didn't know at the time, you know. And then I went afterwards. I went and made sure my sister was okay and this and that. And I was like, dude, don't even come down the street no more. I was like, if I ever even see you over. You know, if I ever see you walk on the street again, you know, that's how bad it got, real bad. But so one of my cousins, we had hung out, my cousin D'Artagnan. You know, he went to Wilson, but he might be. Yeah, so he came to me. He said, "Man, cuz," he said, "let me tell you," he said, "it had to be really bad, because you're a very peaceful guy. You know, nothing normally goes, you know, get you, because I'm really calm, you know, most of the time. It's just that the moment when I feel like you just really, really just crossed the line." So what happened, he was like, you know, it was cool what you did, but the dude had a pacemaker. He said, if he had died,
right, facts.
He said you would have got manslaughter. So I was just like, so that was one of the things that was ringing in the back of my head. I was just like, yo, you know, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I just grabbed the dude and I tried to, you know, he didn't come outside, and it just escalated. Then I just grabbed, my son was like, "Come on, Dad, it's enough. It's enough. It's enough." And they had to pull me out, you know.
When I get into those states, I get real snug and close to the spirit. Real tight. Because I remember one time I was going to fight one of my homeboys over some bullshit, and he was rushing down the stairs at me. And my spirit was like, "Well, what you going to do? You going to run, which you know you can whoop his ass, but you don't want to beat him too bad. What we can do is," and then my spirit started talking to me, "we can give him a hip throw and throw him. No, that nigga probably break something. He's so agile, you know, not agile." And I'm just going through all these scenarios of what I can do to this dude while he's coming towards me when you're in that state of the spirit. And that was one of the times I was like, oh, I need to be able to replicate this without it being danger. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of them fight or flight scenarios where you about to die. Now you can get real close to the spirit then. You listening to everything the spirit got to say now. But when you're used to listening to the spirit, those times just become more, it becomes less intense and more informational. Ain't that something? That's what I didn't realize it until we just started talking about, but that's how I used to display when I used to get to the anger point, because I knew when I got anger, I could hurt someone. I could kill someone.
Mm-hmm.
I actually know techniques. I know that. I never used them, never. But who knows if someone put me in a state and I done had a flashback, what could happen? So I always trust the spirit with all that, bro. That's another reason why I always say I try not to even let the spirit, if I got something going on and someone makes me mad or does something, just disrespects me, be like, come on, spirit, hold back, baby. Hold back. Don't do it. Let them live.
Dude, and then when I found out what happened, I put my gloves on. It's like my son was like, "What you got gloves for?"
So what's going on now that brought you back to then?
Okay, so another thing, the election thing. I don't know if I told you about that too. One of my homeboys that live out of state, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, we was like brothers, yo. I mean, like brothers. I mean, we did everything together, back when I was living in Ohio. So he called me and he's talking about the election. And I was like, nah, bro, I really don't want, I don't care about all of that. And I was trying to tell him, spirituality, we don't deal with that. We believe in spirit is going to, supply all our needs no matter what is going on in this world.
The Father has a plan. We know the plan. We're letting the plan operate. We just watching. I'm a spectator.
So dude, he kept going. He was in my inbox on Facebook. He was on my IG inbox. He was in my TikTok. He was texting me. And the stuff that he was saying, I was just like, bro, I said, I'm really not into politics like that. Then he's like, nigga, you said, nigga, you old as you is. He said, it's just not even, it's not silly. It's ignorant. You just, you ignorant. To go ahead and, and then I said, dude, this ain't gonna end well. I said, because if I tell you I'm not voting, you're gonna go ahead and get mad because you're saying my ancestors. I said, no, my ancestors fought for me to have the right to, not for me to vote. I said,
no. Your ancestors fought for rights, period.
So,
not no right to vote. They fought for the right to live, to be not discriminated and not hung, not killed like sheep. That's what we fought for. But go ahead.
So he kept going on and on and on. He's calling me ignorant. He's like, what you saying is that you saying, fuck your son, fuck your daughters, fuck your grandkids.
And that's when it triggered.
No. Hey, this went on for like a week, bro. And then I was like, yeah. And then I was like, I kept saying, I was like, bro, I was like, let's just talk after the election. I said, what you gonna do if Trump wins? And then he was like, oh, I'm just gonna go about my life, but I'm gonna be paid. I'm gonna still be vacating. You're gonna be broke, this, that, or whatever. And then he was saying, and then I said, listen, bro. I said, I really don't care about this. And then I said, this only gonna work if I choose to say I'm voting for the candidate that you want me to vote for. I said, because if I say I'm voting for Trump, which I wasn't voting anyways, then he was like, oh, here you go. You why you gonna vote for a racist dude?
Well, the problem is you were focusing on the words, but behind the words, he ain't doing nothing but projecting. He had some internal things, and maybe he thought that he could just mess with you to help his own internal insecurities out. And because you weren't direct with him, he just kept asking.
Then he kept, I mean, he was going deep, man, just like saying stuff like, like talking about my kids and my grandkids. And I was just like, yo, bro, I was like, just chill. I was like, we'll talk after the election. Then I said the lady name wrong. He's like, that's my president. And you don't even know how to pronounce her name right. That's just ignorant. You this, that. He called me every name in the book, bro. I mean, every name in the book. So I was like, I said, I'll talk to you afterwards. But he kept pushing. I said, dude, I'm gonna just tell you one last time. Let's just let it go. Me and him been boys since like 2007. You know what I'm saying? And then so he finally kept going. And then I was like, and I knew that I could be, that's why I was telling you about monitor my words and stuff.
You can be a good asshole.
So
because I always say that too, but go ahead.
I said, you know what? I said, what I really care about is just, me protect, with my children and my grandchildren, bro. I said, I really don't give a damn about that shit. That he kept going. And then I said, well, look, I said, I asked you to stop. You kept going. You wouldn't want to stop until after the election that we could talk. I said, so since you want to take it there, I said, what's worse? being an absentee vote or absentee father. You know, I said,
oh, you pow, pow, shots fired on.
So I told him, I told him, I was like, dude, I said, my kids know me, you know, my grandkids know me, you know, even my adopted daughter in Ohio, she just sent me a long thing last night. I was like, so you mean to tell me that it's more important for me to, with my vote being registered and this and that, and your kids don't even know you? I said, you got 2 kids. I said,
Now
one of
you
them
ain't have to go there, man. You went straight for the knife to the heart. You ain't even worry around the outside. You went straight for the kill.
He kept going. You know what I'm saying? He kept going. And
What'd
then
he
I was
say
like,
after that? No, what'd he say after you said that?
he's like, man, my daughter 23. I was like, and she doesn't know you.
And
I said,
what
and
that
you got
do with
a,
anything?
I said, you got a newborn that's over in Spain that will never get to know you. And like, you don't,
Wow. So
but,
what's the spiritual lesson?
and
What's
that's
the
what I'm
lesson?
about to, that's what I'm going to tell you.
Yes,
So I
let's
told,
get to it.
I was talking to my daughter mom about it. She's like,
Yeah,
you didn't have to go there. You know, I was like,
I agree. But go ahead.
I didn't. But hey, yo, when he was saying fuck my kids, and I'm saying fuck my kids, and this, you know, I should have just, but you know what I'm saying, certain things, and then I asked him for like a week. He kept every.
What's the lesson?
The lesson was, okay, so after that, I said, you know what? A couple days went by, and then I just noticed, I was like, I hit him on IG, and I was like, so it was the day after the election. I said, so how you feeling? You know?
Really? You just hit him again with the same knife in the same spot. Really?
No. I said, so what you gonna do now? And he never responded. And then the next thing you know, it was white. I went to Facebook and I went to go see it, and then it was white. And then I went to my TikTok and it was white. So he unfriended me on everything. So I called
What's the lesson?
I'm getting there. So I called my son. And I was like, yo, is Uncle D still your Facebook friend? He said, yeah, I'm looking at him right now. I was like, oh wow, he unfriended he unfriended me. He unfriended me on everything.
See?
So you know what? So I said, you know what? I'm gonna be the bigger man. You know what I'm saying? I said, you know what? So I reached out to him, and we talk hard to each other anyways. I mean, we always did. This is how we talk to each other. So, I mean, at one time, you know, before my daughter came and it was just my son and everything, before any other body, you know, it was to the point where like, he was like, nigga, if any girl you got that, she talks to me or whatever, then she wasn't your girl in the first place. So we had an understanding.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? We was just like you know, whatever. So if he wanted to go ahead and try it and she went for it, then I was just like, yo, you know, and it has happened to him and it has happened to me. You know, I went back and told him, I was like, yo, you know, he was like, yeah, I don't give a fuck about this, you know, so that's the way. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We was hardcore like that when we talked to each other. So I reached out to him and I said, D, Nick, nigga, I know you ain't being pussy about no election. He never responded. So I tried to reach out to him. You know what I'm saying? The lesson was, you know what? That's when I started to realize, I was like, you know what? When I get to a point of anger, like, and I was telling you, I have to watch my words because words can go ahead and cut somebody down to the white meat. You know what I'm saying? And even though no physical altercation happened, it's just that I cut this man so deep that he unfriended me. He didn't even respond to my texts or anything, but I did reach out. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way we talk. So I was like, nigga, I know you ain't being pussy over no election. I said, we both, you know, it is what it is now.
Said, yes.
No, he didn't respond.
The spiritual lesson is you better than that.
And that's what I realized. But
you
see,
know your words cut. You know you thought about what you had to say every time. All that time he was nagging. All that time he was saying shit. You had already thought up what you was gonna say. You already had it in your back mind. You was waiting to see if he was gonna make you say it. No, you're not hearing me. You're not hearing me. It was already there, bro. It was already there. It was waiting to be said. It didn't even let you know that it was there. It was waiting until you got ready to speak. Bow, there we go. And then after the election, you're going to hit him with, what you got to say now? Really?
Yo, this nigga, he was trying to predict my future, talking about I'm going to be broke. I'm never going to go ahead and vacate and this and all that. I mean, then he was talking about my kids.
But that's opposite of everything you are. It represents, you know what he represented? Just a religious person that's real religious, a political person that's real. You can't let none of them people get under your skin, bro. You gotta let all that go, bro. You can say he could have said whatever he wanted to say. I would have just said, you know something, at the end of the day, when you can't talk to them, peace and love. You let it go.
You know what I should have did? What I should have did?
At the end of the day, just peace and love. Every single time.
I should have blocked him until after the election. And just like, yo.
Or that, right. You ain't gonna take that, nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
That shit ain't real. You can turn your phone off and never talk to him again.
Hey, but you know what? That's how I realize now that, you know what? And the thing is, you know how you get to a point where, and I'm going through this stage where I really don't like people. You know what I'm saying? And so that part too, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like
no.
Wait, let me finish.
Wait, hold on. It's the opposite. It's you don't like people. It's not that you don't like people. I don't want you to think that that's what it is. You're just more comfortable by yourself now. You don't need anyone else.
Nobody.
To be comfortable in your shell. And so we interpret it as, oh man, I must not like people. No, it's not that really bad.
You know what? Mental, let me just tell you, it gets to the point sometimes now, it's just like, remember when we talked the other night and we was talking about like when our conversation, and then after a few words of what somebody's saying, then you already know that that's where they are.
You already know where the conversation's going, what's going on. Right.
It's no need to even talk anymore. So it's just like, I got to this point, like this summer really was just like, I didn't want to be bothered with nobody. You know, people coming by.
Because most people, what you've done is, see, here's where the mind expansion comes in again. All right. What you've done is you've now tapped into that infinite and the eternal. When you tap into that, you merge your physical body with your body of light. There's a merge going on. You're slowly becoming more ingrained. That opens you up to your spiritual gifts. Your pineal gland starts humming. You can pass by a person. If you want to know, you can know. Do you understand what I'm saying? You got to you have to be slow to wrath. In fact, no wrath at all. Not when you're trying to get to where you're trying to go. You see what I'm saying? Most people would stop where you're at and be like, you know something, I'm good enough. I got things, I'm speaking the word, everything is good. I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to just go ahead and ride this wave off. But we know it's open-ended. There's no way it happened, though.
You know when it happened, though? It happened right after I just got through telling you that I'm going to start speaking less. Remember, we came on the podcast. You can go back and listen.
No. I love that, because what's happening? You done tried the spirit so much. Now you done spoke and the spirit tried you. Think about it. Same thing. You said something you wasn't going to do that you were about to start doing. What does the spirit do? They pull right in your path. The next day. But that's the blessing. That's the beauty of the game. Go ahead.
So the thing is, we was talking on here, and I was saying, like, you know what? The spirit is telling me to speak less because the words that I say actually move things and things happen. We just talked about that. And then look at what happened. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, and look, I may have destroyed somebody. You know what I'm saying? If you watching, bro, I love you, man. And you know how we get down, but you shouldn't have went there. You shouldn't have went there.
Destruction is just a change in composition or form. All right? Don't get it twisted. Building is just progressing on the form. You're still changing it, but you're adding on, making it better. Where destruction is, I'm changing the structure of it, reforming it to something that it wasn't before. So we gotta once again stop these labels of not you, but the labels of destruction. Build and destroy. That was an ancient 5%er. You build and destroy. You do that every time you open your mouth.
Life and death lies in the tongue.
The tongue is sharper than any knife, any sword.
Two-edged sword. And that's what what make it so sad is because I just came on here the last time we was on here, and I was saying that I was like, Mental, I have to stop saying stuff because when I say things, I actually see stuff move.
In the beginning
was the word.
How powerful is the word? So before there was objects, before there was physical things, sun, stars, people, anything, if we're talking about the beginning,
the word gave birth to everything.
So this is what I asked
vibration of sound.
What it did was it moved the darkness, caused energy spikes in the dark matter, that it moved it to the point where dark matter spit out a sun. SUN. SON. And that sun spit out other stuff. And it kept spitting until there was universes and galaxies and solar systems and planetary planets and life planets. That it kept going, just keep breaking down.
And you know what the thing was too? Is that with sound and vibration, you know what? The thing is, it's where the heart is at when you go ahead and do it too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That the emotion behind
where your mind is. Well, remember, the emotion, vibration is what? Frequency, wavelength. It's just depending on how hard you vibrate. The Creator's word was so powerful that it rippled through the 93% darkness of space before there was any light, 100% of darkness of space, and started creating shit. Through the word. And the word became flesh, and God was the word.
So you go ahead. You know what? We gonna cut this because I want to move on. You know what I'm saying?
Move on, right? Because we can be on that all day.
All day. But the thing is, I did learn the lesson. You know what I'm saying? And the lesson is now restraint. You know what I'm saying? It's restraint. It's just like restraint breathing. Just like restraint breathing. Just like, you know what I'm saying? It's restraint with the tongue.
If you want spiritual power, you'll have it, but you will probably never use it. And you should never want to use it.
And that's the part.
Now think about the essence. Now think about what I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to the level where we can be master criminals, master this, master that, taking advantage of people, do all that crap. But we don't want anything.
That's why I'm going into recluse now. I'll be just like by myself. I just talk to you.
No, I'm gonna be real. You may need to go into a real cycle of just you. I mean, maybe even tell your wife and kids, be like, look, I need like 3 days. I don't need to talk to anyone. Just let me be like I'm a zombie in the house. I love y'all, but I need this time for myself. No, I'm being real with you. Because when I moved, I had all this nothing to do. Nothing was really on TV. And I would sit here, and that's when the spirit talking about that, Jazzy. You's a genius, boy. Your spirit, because your spirit is helping mine. People don't hear it, but I hear it. Okay, it's in my mind. Okay, so what I was gonna tell you was how I had to let go of all my spiritual protectors.
That's what I said. I want to get done because I want to hear about when you told me that you got rid of your altars.
I got rid of the altars. I got rid of all the spiritual protectors. I got rid of all the stuff with my mom and dad and all that. You know what the spirit said?
It's in you.
Real talk. Well, we already know it's in me. But in letting go, what was it? In letting go of all that, because now I'm at a level where I don't need it. I don't need to do all that. You already know who you are, mental. You already know everything is mine. You're already doing things that most humans, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I swear to God, if I could teach this meditation to people, it will prolong their life. When they get sick, you do the meditation. You don't get sick. Spirit, man, I got shit right now, Jazzy, that I'm dead serious. If I was serious, I could live to be hundreds. I don't want to. Don't get it twisted. I ain't even trying to hear that bullshit, but most people want to hear that. No. And I'm talking about a healthy hundreds. Because now I've realized the merge that I was just telling you about the spiritual body and the physical body. Remember, I was telling you today I've ate nothing all day and I'm so energetic. The energy is through me. But guess what I did do? I meditated in the morning. And when I came off of work, I meditated again. What does that do? It gives the body the energy it needs, not just the minerals, Jazzy. You're not hearing me. It gives it
I know what you're saying.
the
I know
light
what you're saying.
that you can't get out here.
You know what I'm gonna tell you, Mental? I love my altar.
I ain't don't get it twisted.
Get rid of mine.
Okay, so here's the truth. Here's the sad truth. I cried when I let go of my peoples. I felt it. But I didn't want to keep anyone trapped. You got to remember, Jazzy, you're going to a level where most of your ancestors haven't been. The ones that can't contact you is because they can't get to that level. They're not on that. They're not ready for that light yet. You see what I'm saying? So I didn't want to. My spirit was just talking to me. He was like, bro, you already know what time. You've been protected since forever. This, that. Don't trap your mother, your father, your grandfather. Don't trap them into the realm. Your light is free. They can feed off at any goddamn time they want to. You don't need, no. Mind you, people, I'm talking about me. I've been in this for a long time. Okay, if you know anything about so I'm on the advanced study, but I'm still telling you what is going on. I felt it, Jazzy. I felt it. So whoever was leaving, whoever was going, I was just saying, hey man, all y'all set free, man. Whoever wants this light, you can come back and get it. But I'm not requiring anyone to do anything for me. No longer, no further. No.
But you know what? That's the thing with me. I don't trap anybody. You see what I'm saying? I use it as, you know what I'm saying, for meditation
when I say
purposes.
Trap, when we first learn a spell, we may learn it a certain way, and then the spirit talks to us and enhances it, makes it better. You know what I'm saying? Then gets to the point where, you know something, bro, you don't need me to spell. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I don't want you to think I meant track as in.
No, you are the spell.
Right.
I get it. I get it. That's why I said
had to let go of these delusions, not delusions, these thoughts that all this stuff out here or all this stuff in me, and I'm just calling all these people to come in me. No, bro. No. All that you let all that go, man. We going to the next level for you. Here we go. The lesson for you to get to the next level, you got to let that go. Whatever the next level is, I don't know that, but wherever we going, I'm trying to get there. Here, right now, in the physical. But that was one of the things, letting go of my spirits, letting go of everything, letting go of anything that I thought maybe I have trapped ever in my life, even as a kid, letting go. It all has to go. You're with me because you love the way I love, capital L. And that's a lot of beings out there, believe it or not. When you start getting on this love, Jazzy, all the universe, the galaxies run off of love radiation. Love radiation means it's an expanding energy. It's not a standstill. It's not going through entropy. It's expanding through the universe. So when you learn to love, you've learned the biggest trick of all for consciousness and awareness. But go ahead, Jazzy, my bad.
So keep me in mind in your meditation, because you know what the thing is, what I realize is that, like,
whoa, what do you mean keep you in mind?
So, like,
I be out there, bro.
No, okay. So in your meditation,
okay,
with the anger, the thing is because you know what? It comes through my bloodline. And that's why everybody be like, man, you're so calm, you're so peaceful. Do you know this? So
that means you're trying to. You go ahead. I think you're going to get to it. Go ahead.
Okay, so like my grandfather, right? My grandfather, he owned property in a small town in Florida, right? And then he set the standard for a lot of different things, like like even with it was like 11 or 12 of my uncles and aunts. Like my grandmother, when he came home, they used to all have, when he got done picking cotton in the field, he had to go ahead and all of them had to have on their best everything, sitting on the porch waiting for him to come home.
Yeah, was your grandfather?
Like, my grandfather.
When was he born? Do you know?
I don't.
Yeah, my dad was born in 1923.
Yeah, it's before that.
No, I'm just saying, but
yeah. Woo, so check this out. With my grandfather, like he had the whole thing with race, everything on lock. Like as far as as far as what how they say the white man, like how back then it was real racist. They wouldn't come on our property. They would go on the other side of the road. You know what I'm saying? Because my grandfather stood on business. So it got so bad
so they wouldn't go to his property. They'll walk the other side. Yeah, leave that man alone.
And then my grandmother was doing herbs and stuff, and you know what I'm saying? So she was doing, going stuff in the garden and going ahead and say, hey, drink this, so that's where I get that. So that's where I get that part from. But my grandfather, his anger was so bad that my uncle, my oldest uncle, I think he might have came home late or something like that. And him and he had words with my grandfather had words with my uncle. He got a shotgun and was out the woods shooting at him, yo.
Oh shit.
I mean, yeah, yo, so I'm just trying to tell you.
Listen, but this is good. This is good. You know why this is good? You're recognizing the pattern of anger in your family. So once again, what's the lesson? What are you going to do that the rest of them couldn't?
Right. That's why I said I'm breaking the cycle. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
So I'm going to tell you about my uncle too. Okay. My uncle, he in the home right now. Right. Okay. So one night he was out gambling. All my uncles was like a trip. Okay. I had one that was a pimp, and one was a gambler, smoked weed, alcoholic. Then I had another one where he was on drugs and everything, but he was a fighter. So he went out back in the day to the barn to go ahead where they was having a little party and gambling and everything. So he's shooting his dice and everything. This is why I never really shot dice. So he was shooting dice, and then he won a lot of money that night. So his buddy that took him out there, my uncle he ended up getting drunk. So they rode together. So he was driving my uncle home. So what he did, he went in his pockets. He went in his pockets, and then he stuck $100 in a sock. So he's thinking like he was so drunk that he lost all his money.
He only right.
So my uncle, the next day, he called the dude just how I did. He called the dude and he was like, yo, he's like, bro, we boys, we peoples, just bring me my bread. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't want to talk about it, right? Well, I don't want to hear nothing.
Just bring me my bread. I know what I had. You know what I'm saying? I have, and then the guy was like, I ain't giving you shit. Right? My uncle loaded up. He put on my other uncle army jacket, put the bullets in there, took his gun, went down to found the dude, and then he was like, all you got to do is just give me my money and it's going to be over. Right? Dude was like, I ain't giving you, popping off. I ain't giving you shit. So what he did, he beat the dude out. I heard that he kicked his eye out of the socket. He stood on top of him and he had his gun and he was pulling the trigger and then it wouldn't shoot. He was on there so long trying to shoot the dude that the police came. The police came and caught him on top of the dude, still trying to pull the trigger. And then so when they arrested him, he had all this ammunition in all the army pockets and everything. And then he was like, man, you had an awful lot of ammunition and, bullets and stuff. And he said, yeah, I had enough for everybody. That's just how he blacked out. You know what I'm saying? And I see that trait. Like my dad is a very peaceful man. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
But it's
see,
just like
that's the issue, and it's not just y'all; it's us. Because I
that
can
too.
get like that too. If I see something wrong, you know what I'm saying? Seeing a man beating the
Mhm.
shit out of a woman, seeing a kid getting, nah, bruh. That shit don't happen around me. And I don't give a fuck who it is, who I'm fighting against. What we ain't gonna do is do that around me. Because my spirit, my love says that's not gonna happen. I don't care. I'll give my life for that.
And
That's word.
you know who have it really bad? My sisters. My
Mm.
sisters have it. Man, my
Well,
sisters
you
have
got
it
to
so.
remember also, there's a spirit going through the males that it's allowing y'all to be above most. But the women, when they get it, it's different, and
Man, listen.
especially how they're
My
treated, and they won't use that spiritual gift. They be like, "Oh, this nigga cheating on me," or "Oh, this ain't this the wrong dude to get with." You know what I'm saying? Because it all depends on where you at, and most women don't get the what's a good word for it? They don't get the enlightenment, the knowledge. Everything is church,
Mhm,
religion. You
mhm.
know what I'm saying?
So you know what? So saying that, I'm glad that I grew up in a Christian household because with that streak, you know what I'm saying? It travels down. So I was able to harness a lot of things only because the fear, that my dad put in me of God. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Like the night when my dad decided to give his life to Christ or whatever, what happened with him? What he did, he was out with my uncles and everybody, right? They was hanging out, and then what happened? My father decided to stay home, and he said, "You know what? I'm gonna go to church this night." But
Mm-hmm.
my other uncles and my older cousins, my dad cousins, they all went out, and then they robbed a gas station back in the day. So they
And
robbed the gas station.
including a Scoot Dad too.
Yo, they was wilding, man. They was wilding.
Be so
So,
hypocritical, boy. Woo! But
hey,
go ahead, go ahead.
so they was out.
Wow.
So what happened? My dad said, "You know what? I'm gonna go to church." So he went to church, and then my dad go to church, and he up there, hallelujah, and all of this stuff and everything. Everybody else got caught, right? They all got they all got caught. They got arrested. So my one older cousin, he turned FBI or whatever. I just found out at the last 4th of July that he was a whistleblower. He told on everybody.
Oh my God.
Hey, hey, my uncle, the one that we go to his house, the one that used,
Wow.
the one that
Wow.
used to be,
He told on everybody, nigga. Now he
yeah,
FBI, nigga.
yeah,
Law enforcement.
yo. So my uncle, the
Well,
one that used to
remember,
be a
we were
pimp,
just talking about this.
yeah,
How once you get grown, family ain't family no more.
yeah, yeah,
They find their own things to do and what they
yeah,
gonna do and who they gonna love and who they ain't gonna love or whatever.
yeah,
And
yeah,
that's sad.
yeah.
But these
Because
are the lessons we learn.
so he tells on everybody, and my uncle that was the pimp and everything, right? So he's telling the story. He's like, listen, he said he was telling the whole story about everything. So we all sitting there listening, and then he was like, yeah, it was our cousin. I ain't gonna say his name because he might be watching, but he said, yeah, he told he told on
Told on
everybody,
everybody.
and then he said, so he was just like, he said, he's my, I think Scoot Dad ran off into the woods. I think he got away. He ran into the woods. Yeah,
He was in church
he
the
ran,
next day.
he ran in the woods.
Yeah, I'm out.
He ran. So my dad, after he comes back from church, so he sold at that point because he like, look, I could have been out there. That would have been me. So, it's glory and hallelujah for my dad at this point.
I want to interview him on the healing because I want to know.
Yeah.
I want to
I'm
know.
gonna talk to him.
Me, seriously, I really want to know what energies was he feeling? What was he thinking about? What was going through him at the point when because it's all the energy, it's all in the mind.
Right,
comes through to a feeling, comes through to a sensation, and wow, you touch a nigga and it's done.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna talk to him. I just gotta right now they dealing with a lot with the funeral.
Yeah. I got you, man.
So, but probably like after this weekend, I'm gonna talk to him and see if we can get him on to come on and talk and everything. Yo, I'm telling you.
So who do we got for Friday? You were saying.
Okay, so Shabaka, you know Shabaka.
Of course.
So I talked to him. So he said we could do Friday or Saturday evening. So I was like, yo, and then I told him about you. He's like, yo, that's my man. I was like, yo, he's like, how long y'all been doing this? Like 2 years. So we're gonna get him on.
Okay.
Then I find out I didn't go to my family reunion this last year, right? So they got on Facebook in the inbox, they got a whole thing with all of my cousins, all of my,
the family,
all of my family.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. So
say right now when my aunt died, he was saying stuff, and then I see his name is Haru, so I seen the little bird and everything. So I've been following his messages. I was like, yo, Pete, we got to get together so we could talk, and he's like, anytime. So I called him the other day. He live out in Washington, the state of Washington, not DC.
Oh, gotcha.
So he's Kemetic. And so
he read he read the Medu Neter?
Yep.
All of them? Yep. That's what I'm talking about, Nick.
Yeah. So
I wish Jazzy would join the club.
Hey, I put it on my headphones today at work. So
I mean, it's tough. I was so blessed. Like, remember I told you how I got 2 checks, or how you got 2 checks when you could listen to this. I was so down at work in the 90s, bro. I could read the whole Medu Neter like in a few weeks because I had nothing else to do. Mm-hmm. And you can't just sleep. You know what I'm saying? Right. You got to do something. So I sit at my desk and read and download shit. Oh, Medu Neter, download pictures. I was at Xerox back in its heyday.
So check this out. What he said today, and I wish I could read it to you.
No, he was saying,
I'm gonna just improvise. Basically, when my aunt died, he was like, "Well, Aunt Della," he said, "Send me a picture because he likes to meditate on." So he was just saying all of this.
No, he wants to talk to her. No, I know exactly what he's doing. He wants to talk to her. He sends the picture. He sees the picture. He remembers her. That remembrance, remember, we're all connected. Once you go to the pineal gland, everything is connected. Nothing is separate from yourself.
He gonna be interesting to talk to. And he like a teacher now. So he got raised up to a chief. He a chief in a Kemetic. So that's gonna be dope. That one's gonna be dope.
I really think that's really gonna be good.
Yeah, that's going to be really good.
I want to know other books other than the Kemetic science, because that's where we get our polishing from. If that makes sense, that's where we shine. Right. Mm-hmm. You can have a mastery in one or two or one thing or another, but I think said it best. I'm a master of none, but I know a lot. But go ahead.
So the thing is, and then what I noticed that him and Ahmed, they be on the same post going back and forth. And I was like, yo, I said, he said, yeah, he be at DC because they all meet in DC at certain part of the time. And they have this big conference. Up. Yeah. So I was like, I'm going to probably try to hit up one of them with them. You know what I'm saying? Because Shabaka go, Ahmed go, and my cousin go from
they
Seattle.
They all go to that conference.
So I want to, with me, knowledge
check
is
it
key.
out. When? Shit,
yeah.
I'll go.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you know. But he's gonna come on. So he's like, "What's your podcast about? This, that, or whatever." I should have tagged him and told him tonight. But
I told him what you should do is tag him and say, "Yo, go here and go listen to a few." That tell you everything you need to know.
I did that.
Everything you need to know.
but I told him, I said, we only asked 2 questions. I said, we asked you, do you have any spiritual services that you provide? And how did you start your journey? And
That's
then
it.
I said, that's all we ask. And I said, once we talk like that, and then spirit steps in, and then it just, and you know what he said? I see that.
Wow. So, confirmation. Well, you got to remember, we're all in the same space. He ain't doing nothing but touching the infinite and eternal like we trying to do. Same shit.
I wish I could have made it to the family because I never met him.
Never met him.
I never met him. I just found out about him and our family reunion thread. So it's gonna be good. So it'd be my first time actually. I see pictures when we added each other friends and stuff, but it'd be our first time actually I talked to him on the phone, but now it'd be me, you, and him.
I'm telling you, bro, that Metal Netter takes the shit to a new level, bro. To a whole new level. When you get that under your belt, there's no way you could go back to anything that ain't building upwards and spiritual and that's about you. It breaks it all down. I mean, Metal Netter 1, 2, 3, the key, what is it? Mayat, that's 4. 3, I think, was the meditations, where they go over the meditations and the rhythms and things that you can do. But we already know right now we're in the realm where you make it up for yourself. Your spirit will talk to you and tell you how to do it. If you really want to do it, that's the best magic there is right now. About you, but go ahead.
So that's the thing, like what you're saying with magic. And you know, like people, that's the first thing that they want to do. They want to go ahead. They want to know the magic, the spells and everything. Is that Miss? Oh, that's Miss Desi. Miss Desi.
Only read volume. She said she wanted all. Give it to me.
Yeah. So I want to touch on a little bit about. Did you watch the video I put in our text group?
I did. Brother Bomar.
No.
Not Brother Bomar. Billy Carson.
Billy Carson.
Yeah.
And you was telling me.
I told you that before. When he endorsed the moon landing, certain things in the spiritual joint you're constant with. Certain truths are undeniable when you're in the spirit realm. And he was saying certain things that I was scratching my, well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Because I hear him talking about the ganglish and that. So it's like me, Jazzy, reading the book and just quoting from the book, but not really understanding what I'm quoting. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that that's what he's doing. I think he has knowledge and all that. But the 9 ether, the connection between melanin and non-melanin.
You know, I'm going to tell you what's missing with him. I'm going to tell you what's missing with him. Spirit. What Miss Desi say?
LOL, that unlearned man.
I'm going to tell you what's missing with him. He may have book knowledge, but he don't have spiritual knowledge.
Thank you for saying that. That was another thing I was going to tell you. All the books that I read, everything that I've actually read, at some point had to settle. And when it settled, the spirit, that's when the spirit starts to take these steps towards you. The spirit comes down and be like, all right, this is what we need. This is what we need. We need this. We need this too, because we're building this one thing, this one foundation that's going to be our truth forever.
You know what? Because the whole conversation that he was having with that, you reading what she say?
She said he didn't comprehend fully. I saw when he started talking BS. Yeah. Because once he got caught in what he was saying,
then he tried to switch the subject.
I thought the same thing. Well, go look at the book of Barnabas. Then Didi said, oh, the book of Barnabas is fake. Well, I could say the same thing about the Bible. See, he doesn't have the right things to come back. All of it is taken from the Egyptian Book of the Dead, the Gnostic scripts, which are 5,000 to 10,000 years older than everything they've gotten. See, I'll take you back. We can go back all the way back.
See, you know what the thing what happened? He fell into the religious trap. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that because the first thing what spirit would have told you if you was really keen with the spirit is just like, okay, all books don't comprehend what I have within inside of me.
All you see books what I'm saying? Are fragments of the whole. But the only way to piece the whole together, the spirit of truth in you has to piece it together. And you piece it together. Spirit of truth in you. Oh, that's what that means. Oh, that's how that works. Oh my God. That's that light bulb going off over and over again.
It comes from experience.
Ooh, look at Miss Desi. She on fire. When you know the spirit, you don't have to grab at straws. You have the knowing. Facts, Miss Desi. Facts. An accumulation. Facts.
Mm-hmm. So that's a thing that I noticed with him when he was going ahead. This because first of all, you're going with one of the top biblical scholars. This dude knew everything. He knew about Enkill. Knew about
that's the book that I got. The same book. I got the Emerald Tablets. I've read the Emerald Tablets. Do you see me quoting the Emerald Tablets a lot? You know why? Most people take, I got something that most people don't know. Even though that is true, how are you using it to better you and yours? If you can't better us right here, right now, it's facts, but it's irrelevant because it ain't helping us. It ain't doing nothing for us. It ain't pushing me forward. It ain't giving me more magic, more spiritual power, more nothing. What it is saying is stop believing in what they teaching you.
Hey, what I seen with him, that he's what you call it? What we call those people that NPC, non-playable character.
Non-playable character.
So basically, when he started to talk, because you know where he messed up? When he went to that man's house at 2 a.m. in the morning and he on his ring cam.
You know when he messed up? You know when he messed up? When he can only quote their scriptures.
Right.
Their Roman stuff, their England stuff. Nigga, we got scriptures 20,000 years old. You can't quote none of that.
Hey,
you see what I'm saying?
You know what he should have came with? Experience.
Look, I'm going to tell the people this. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. 480 degrees of seeing. That's that 70s TV we used to see in Blur, right? That knowledge, wisdom, and understanding turns into evidence, experience, and reason. You only need 2 of those to determine truth.
Mm-hmm.
Evidence, experience, and reason. Only you get 2, you're on the right path to truth. But even that transforms from 480 to 720. Now we're going to go to 1180. Clear seeing, cosmic awareness, deep spiritual insight, universal love. These are all conscious things, but one starts off as a 3. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding, evidence, experience, and reason.
Then it branch off.
And it keeps flowing upwards. But these are the things, and it represents our consciousness, how we keep going. The universe, you're on a spiral going upward that doesn't end. It only ends when you end it.
So you know what? That's what they say about sound. Like the thing is, it's just like with a drop of sound, okay, you'll hear it, and then they just keep expanding. They keep expanding. They keep expanding. But you know
like
what?
A wave
and you don't hear it no more, but it's still going out into the ethers. It's still going forever and ever and ever.
Let's look at the senses, the 5 senses that they freaking lying to us about, saying that they're 5 different senses. They're not. They're only the sense of touch. Do you know that everything you see around you is giving off an energy pattern that is reflecting on the back of your eyeballs to say that it's there? So it has to touch your eyeballs. When you smell something, the aroma of the food has to touch your nose, nostrils, so you can smell it. When you taste it, you got to taste it. When you touch it, you got to touch it. When you hear something, what Jazzy just said, the vibration has to touch your inner ears. Otherwise, you deaf. So all the 5 senses are really one sense of touch. Our other senses represent mind-to-mind control. When me and Jazzy can look at each other and know exactly what's going on without no words being said. You can touch a plant and know everything about it. These are the gifts we used to have. These are the extra senses. Their 5 senses is just the sense of touch, and it represents the physical realm. It has no senses in the outer realm. Which is more powerful, which is everlasting, That's that heavenly realm that most people trying to get to. It's in you. All you got to do is go to it in you. You ain't got to wait to die. You don't got to die.
And that's the whole thing. That's what religion has done. It made you go ahead and think that you have to wait till after you're dead to go ahead and touch an outer realm of who you truly are. When Facts. It's right there within inside of yourself. That's the thing that I don't like. You know, that what'd she say?
Oh, she said, we was talking about before, you don't have to play so much. He didn't do his reason. We was talking about that. But then she said, like the Big Bang Theory of how the universe, which is true. But what they don't tell you, Desi, is about the involution. Before there was a bang, there was a gathering of principles of darkness. They say before they got a telescope, they're looking at a certain region of space. It's dark. They go to sleep, wake up, there's a whole universe there, and they're wondering how the hell it happened. It happened because in the darkness is consciousness. Just because there's no things doesn't mean nothing.
That's it, right. It's still conscious.
It's still consciousness. All that darkness out there is dark light consciousness. All right. And when it organizes, it births sons. Why? So it can be aware of itself. This shit is crazy.
Hey, I want to go back to the
primordial noon. Yes, ma'am. That's that Egyptian. You are correct, Ms. Desi. Go ahead.
I want to go back to that. Remember that night when we had that conversation with a couple of my cousins?
In fact, I want to see Ms. Desi. You want to join us?
Come on, Ms. Desi. Come on.
I can hit you with the little thing. Hold on. Let me go get the link real quick. And oh dang, how do I do it again? Go down. Cancel.
So I'm gonna be talking while you're doing all of that.
Go ahead.
Okay. So a couple weeks ago, me and Mento, I put him on a phone call that I had, and it was a lot of my cousins. Some of them are Christians, some are going through, the change in spirituality. And one of the things that came up was one of my cousins was saying that, after God created, he said that God didn't create evil. And then I was telling him, I was like, you can't have good.
She's at work.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I was saying that you can't have good without evil.
Right.
But he was like, so he was saying that everything was good, after he said it was good. It didn't say that there was an evil present, so, and then I was just like, it's the same thing that separates day from night. I said, the law of opposites. That's what he didn't understand. That, once you have one thing, on the other end of the spectrum, there's just the opposite. So that's why it's as above, so below. So as with
the law of duality, so the law of plurality, the law of the opposites. All those are the same, breaking down the same thing.
He was stuck in the garden where after the days of creation, where he was just like, after he said and he rested and he said that it was good. He didn't say that he didn't say that evil wasn't present, because what I was trying to tell him, that before any of that happened, okay, so before man was created, there was a war. Like, even if you read Genesis 1 and 2, there's a whole dispensation between that period of time. So you had a war that they saying, from biblical terms, that there was a war that was in heaven. Okay, so that happened before the creation of man.
Before all that.
So you got to realize that there was, rather people want to go ahead and say, oh, you know what, the devil this, the devil that. God still created, the God that you believe in still created and allowed all of that to happen. That's what
you got to remember. That is inherent in any system that has free will. Transgressions are bound to happen. Sin is bound to happen. But guess what? God ain't no dummy. He knows that. There's a plan for them to be recycled, to go through and learn the lesson that they didn't learn. That's the plan. That's why I don't get mad with someone that's cursing me out. I don't get mad when someone that cuts me off in the street. I don't get mad when someone beeps at me, yells at me, screaming. I hit them with a, hey, you right. Whatever you think it is, it is. I'm
working on that. Because my daughter, she was like,
Jazzy,
you've been ready to jump out of the car.
It's a part of you.
Yeah, the worst part that I don't like about me. That's the worst part that I don't like about myself.
Well, right. But I'm saying, but right. That's the facts. What you just said. Anytime someone does something, that's something you don't like if you do it. When you do it. And you laugh or you snicker about it. When they do it to you, now you enrage. Because you know something, you got it. I shouldn't have gave you enough space to sneak in there. That's my bad. Or I should slow down. Miss Desi has another one. Lucifer started a war in heaven, became a glimpse of himself, and the pride was the fall. Not necessarily. According to the truth,
that's what they say.
Lucifer was the one that stood up for the human race. Here's where the whole shit goes. See, here's what I can go back to biblical scriptures that are beyond the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, beyond all that bullshit. Mm-hmm. Okay, when we go into the scriptures of the heavens or the fall or what happened in the heavens, ain't got shit to do with us. Well, it does because it trickled down to us. According to the scriptures of light, Lucifer was the one that the gods wanted to use humans as guinea pigs and slaves. And Lucifer was like, hell no, they're part of this ascension. We're part of this evolution like everybody else. You ain't about to use them like that. Hell no. And they were like, yeah, well, if you don't like the plan that we got, then we gonna cast you down. And Lucifer was like, nigga, I don't give a damn what you talking about. I'm a god of light. You cast me down, I'm just gonna come back even stronger.
I say Lucifer, the son of the morning.
The bright morning star, the one that's gave Adam and Eve. What did he give them? Knowledge. He didn't give them anything bad. They didn't sin from eating the apple. They got knowledge. Why would God want you not to have knowledge? In fact, why would God even not know that Lucifer tempts you with the apple and you covering yourself? How do you know you're not naked? How does God know why you not know? Unless there's a God in a physical body that has a physical resonance. The creator, what we talking about, let there be light, or in the beginning was the word, has no physical resonance. Every place there is, it is it. Every science there is, it is it. Every power there is, it is it. That's what you get from the metal netter. That's how it breaks it down and pulls it out, and it explains how, why. This is how where religions get it from. They get it from the metal netter, the lightning flash, the Kabbalah. All of it's the same thing. They just try to break our ancestral relationship with self down and put it on the outside so you can try to worship it. But it's all us.
You know, I was talking to my cousin Chris, the one that's in our text group, right? And he said something that was interesting this week. He said that the Garden State, from that point and everything, he was saying that...
You mean the laboratory?
The laboratory. So he was saying that even everything that was written back then was for the people in that time. He said, actually, if you want to go back to like when Christ, the Redeemer, how they say he came to save the world and everything, is that now we're back in the garden. We're still at that point again.
At what point again?
Like the Adam and Eve state. We're at a different version of the Adam and Eve state right now.
No, because all of us ain't on the same plane. Some of us are inner world and not others. Some of us were born here. Some of us serve this solar, if you read, when I'm talking in the book of Enoch, it talks about the solar phase, the phase of the lion, which is a anthropathic phase, entropy. It's a phase of death and decay.
But just think about it now. But think about it. It makes sense. It's because all of that was happening then. It wasn't like you said, when you went out and said how they said, oh, those people will kill me.
Who are those people?
It's the same thing that's happening all over again. It was like a total reset. That's what he's saying. No.
Yes, I do agree, because that's the procession of the equinox. It just shows one cycle going over and over and over. Where it gets to a certain point where it has to restart all the way back over to the beginning again.
When he said that, I was like, you know what? You're right. You're right.
Think about it. This is the great melting pot According to the book of Enoch, you've got great evil and great good all on the earth at the same time. Who gonna win? Okay, Miss Desi said free will is confusion, the same way we teach our children before we give them to the world. I don't know. Free will isn't confusion unless you're all about your will and you don't have the love to care about others. Then free will can be a transgression, a sin, because you're selfish, you're greedy. The nature of the universe is love.
But
the nature of the universe is love. But go ahead.
I was thinking, kind of like, I don't know, because I really need to hear her explain it, but it could be confusing though.
Well, when anyone can do whatever they want, if they are not taught correctly, yes, it's going to be confusing. If I teach you that being angry is okay, if I teach you that punching someone in the head is okay when you get angry, and then you learn you go to jail when you punch someone in the head, that could be confusion. Yes, I agree. But if we are taught correctly, which we are not, we are taught confusion in this realm right here. We are taught white supremacy as soon as you turn on television.
Hey, but you're
taught black people are slaves. We don't really convert to nothing. We ain't done nothing. If you read their books, Alexander the Great, he wasn't great. He was a murderer, a killer. Christopher Columbus was a killer. These are people we learn about, and they done put them and made them look like they're the best people in the world.
But not now. Not now, though. The truth is,
they still got it in books right now teaching kids.
No, but you know what? Remember last year this time when we were saying we was like next year will be the year of knowing, and then look at what happened. The first thing that happened in the beginning of day one was that Cat Williams video that was released.
Yeah, that was big.
That just opened the door and the gateway for truth to go ahead and just be like, boom. You know what I'm saying? A lot of truth came out after that. I mean, from case after case after case. Now people can see like how I was seeing, like even like what Hollywood and the music industry and everything.
All that.
How I was telling you about all this stuff all along. Now you can actually see for yourself if you use your mind's eye. But people still want to go ahead and be Hollywood stricken and star stricken. But now these people they're telling it.
We fell into this Western idea, this Caucasian idea of men are supposed to be just with one woman, which yes, we can, but that's not necessarily true. That's the only Western idea. All right. Look how they done turned our women to be men to be women. They love homosexuality. The only reason they're doing that is because they're trying to get to us. They know that the gods are in the land of the West, in the Americas. The gods and goddesses, we're here. We're doing it.
But you know the one thing about it? Hollywood kept that under wrap for a long time.
No, they said it. They said it in their movies. They said it in their cartoons. You just couldn't see it.
No, but it wasn't released for as far as like the man being a woman and the woman being a man, actually. All of that stuff wasn't released then.
Once they hit the 2000, they thought they was good because they thought they shit was going to be fucked up when they hit the year 2000. When they got past 2000, they said, oh, fuck it, nigga. Full agenda with the gay, the homosexual, the BQB. Let's promote all that bullshit. We're going to put it on television. We're going to put it in. They was teaching it in schools to second and third graders.
But that's the one thing
that Trump don't have any idea about sex.
Trump was like, that's out. You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't going for that.
That's the one thing I can't agree with that man. He's like, yo, that stuff is out. All of that transformer type teaching and all of that stuff.
As far as the young kids, but he wanted to be able to have a 16-year-old, 15-year-old.
Yeah, but he realized that wasn't the American principles of the way that things supposed to be. That was more like a
let it be widespread. For the elite to do it is one thing. For everybody to do it is another.
Like, that was like Obama thing when he came in. He ushered in the whole thing of that. That was his like go. But we ain't talking about politics. We talk about
Facts. Let's move on
spirituality.
because Miss Desi got
let's
it
move
good.
on.
She said, "Good is evil and evil is good. We can satisfy the villain or the hero, but it all flows back to perspective." Facts.
Yeah.
It all
Hey,
leads back to the same reset.
I'm gonna
Facts.
still be here. I want to go get some notes that I wrote down today. Okay, give me a second.
Go
I'm
ahead.
still right here.
Go ahead.
Keep talking. Keep talking.
All right. So we talked about the senses.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feed your body when this merge happens with the spiritual you and the physical? You
Mhm.
feed it through meditation. When you visualize those lights are energies that's feeding different organs in your body.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, lately I've been doing my meditation with no fan, man. I've been in full sweat. Change your clothes sweat, Jazzy.
Mm-hmm.
All that is energy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking this energy from inside of me, from outside of me, from everywhere, and I'm focused it in me.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, like already today, I haven't ate all day. I'm spiritually led and spiritually fed.
Mm-hmm.
And I still have just as much energy. I'm not tired. I'm not sleepy. None of that. Even now, I haven't even ate. I'm going to eat when I get off the broadcast. I'm going to have made me some seafood Alfredo with shrimp and scallops and broccoli. Oh, it's going to be so good. I had to let it cool. But go ahead.
We talking about energy.
Yes.
Right? I was listening to Sister Myra today because she was on I didn't get to finish listening because I was so busy at work today. They throwing so much stuff on me. But I was listening to her on Brother Rich on Black Magic 363, right? She said, you don't blend energy, you harmonize it. I thought that was so dope. You know how everybody says,
frequencies that you're bringing together.
You know how everybody
go ahead.
The first thing that people say, like, I match your energy and this and that or whatever and everything. And when she said that, I was like, that really makes sense. You don't blend it, you harmonize it. I was like, wait till I tell Mental that.
And what she's saying is you're making it a part of your energy.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever it is, if it's bad energy, come on over here. I'm going to purify your ass. If it's good energy, come on over here. I'm going to uplift it to the next level.
And then another thing she said there's only one sin in spiritual reality, and that is the abuse of power. Think about that. You heard me?
I'll give her that one.
In spirituality, there's only one sin, and that's abuse of power. And if you I
was gonna say going backwards, you can't go backwards, but going backwards would be an abuse of power. Because now you know, and you're trying to go back not to know with energy from knowing.
Anything that you do at this point, from that point on, just think about it. It is abuse of power.
Well, you might be right.
If even because remember the one thing that we were saying that anytime you really sin is that you're going against your own nature. That's what we say on here.
Yes, and
you know what I'm saying?
Sin.
That's the sin.
Going against your own nature.
Because if spirit told you something and you didn't do it, you know what I'm saying? That's really truly when you start to sin against your own nature. Is when the spirit told you personally, or deep down inside.
And the abuse of power also comes in when I said, yeah, you'll be granted all types of power. You'll never use it.
What
but you'll have
does it say?
It's like she said, spirit is substance, like creating music. Feed it with spirit. Feed the body with spirit. Miss Desi. But yeah, that's the same thing. You'll have all types. I got all types of spiritual spells, agencies, necronomicrons, ancestors. I got all that shit in my door. I ain't never gonna use it. That was part of letting them go. Funny you just say that. That was part of letting them go. I don't need to use anything.
Mm-hmm.
My energy already protects me in this realm.
It steps in when needed.
Automatically. I ain't got to worry about it.
We talked about that before. It's just like,
you know something, I ain't going to worry about my financial liability. I'm going to get that to the spirit and let the spirit shift. Now, I don't give a damn what going on. I know the spirit gonna take. Does the spirit take care of birds? They ain't got no job. They ain't got no moral code. Tigers, lions, alligators, fish, birds. Spirit takes care of everything. They ain't got no. They don't need to read a book to know right from wrong.
That part.
Okay?
That part.
They don't need to read and be educated or programmed from anything to know right from wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, we have races of people out there that have to read books to know right from wrong. Otherwise, whatever they feel, they do.
Hey, but that's the weird thing, though, because just like when we talked about before, what Ms. Desi say?
Sin starts with separation. Facts.
Boom.
When somebody else ain't you and you feel as if they ain't you, it's easy to give them whatever placement you want to give them. I don't like you. I don't care. They could be telling you the best thing since sliced bread, giving you the truth of all truth.
Mm-hmm.
But you done deemed they ain't you, forget you. But once again, what do we say, Jazzy? Everybody's a reflection of us. If you can get that in your mind, it will save you so much heartache.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's a reflection of you.
Mm-hmm.
You know something? This dude being so determined. I bet I was so determined with somebody at some point.
Mm-hmm.
You reflected back on you. And it makes it easy for you to move through these traumatic situations.
Hey, but you know what the whole thing too is that, like when I said about speaking less and everything, and then when I said certain things about speaking less and this, and the trials came right after that.
Because you spoke it into existence. You spoke your own trial into existence. The good thing is you knew it was a trial. Well, now you know it was a trial. You know, you can evaluate yourself truly. Well, I didn't do so well on that trial, but I bet if that bitch happened again, I'm ready. You see what I'm saying? There's a different mind state of it.
That's what's been happening though. That's why I said I really, really have to harness what I say. Because remember, I was saying like, okay, how we always saying we ready to go to the next level, this, that, or whatever, whatever. And then boom, that snake appeared.
Oh, I don't want to go there. I'm good. And what you were saying though, we was on a podcast with the three of us, and I was like, yeah, if the powers that be only knew. And they was like, what powers? Nigga, you are the power. Ain't no powers that be that can stop what you're doing. Nothing.
Hey, it's just that very quick. As soon as you say something and you put it in the universe,
you put it out there.
And you know what?
What a person said is when you say something like that, you just told 1 trillion cells within you that you can't do something.
And then you know what you did? You shot that boomerang out.
Coming right back at you to make sure you don't do it. Right. Oh, shit. That was a bad idea.
Yo, that's why I'm real serious. It's about her. I can't read.
No, you straight. I was going to say that's, Miss Desi said that's where you abuse power. Face the idea of move or to be moved. Transformation. I mean, it's all about change, bro. Either you're going to change willingly or you're going to change not willingly. But the thing you're going to do is change.
You know what the thing is, too? But when you speak it, you allow change to go ahead and start the motion.
Yes, you put the thing in motion. So now it's just a test. Well, think about it. All the times you said, when I'm going to try the spirit by the spirit, you sat back and you was like, and then I'm going to be observant. I'm going to watch. I want to see it. I ain't playing.
Yo.
And you see it happen was like, oh, shit.
Hey.
What the hell just happened? Then you come back and be like, yo, man, I tried the spirit by the spirit.
Hey.
And the spirit wasn't messing around.
Now, since we're trying the spirit by the spirit, even though it's not really necessary, however.
Well, that was a way for us to confirm or analyze that was our project. The project was try the spirit by the spirit. We're at a level now. Well, I'm at a level now. I don't need to do that. Its spirit is tried and true. The shit is over.
Hey,
It's done.
since it's been working in that way for all along, so now my thing is I'm gonna put it to the test abundance wise, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, millionaire.
Remember though, money could be the same thing that could hurt you.
Hey,
No, and no. Listen, I'm not saying
you're right.
having money doesn't mean good or bad. I'm not saying that. Say for instance, your
But
spirit
it's just
knows
not
that
money.
you
But
have
it's just-
money. No, listen, you have money,
go
and
ahead.
your family starts to act crazy. Because Jazzy done got money, and Jazzy already broke away from what they talking about. All types
Hey.
of shit could happen. Just putting it out there. So let this. This is why I don't ask for money. I'm trying to tell you. I don't ask for shit.
But listen at
Nothing
what I
from the
just.
spirit.
But listen at what I said.
Nothing.
I said mentally, physically, spiritually. So that means wisdom, knowledge, understanding. You know what I'm saying? Health. Put it to the test. Let's see.
Careful. Because a lot of people are asked for, oh, I want money. Oh, I need this big money. Look, you'll get your money. No, listen.
I'm
your
asking
spirit will
spiritually.
answer you. But listen, the spirit will answer you, but your wife died. You got money, but you got an insurance policy. But now you ain't got no wife. What was worth more? You see what I'm saying? So when you get in the level or a stage of the spirit, you gotta be very careful what you ask for.
That's what I was just about to tell you. It says,
careful.
You know what? Be careful what you ask for because you just might get it.
What is it? Watch what you wish when you're idle and bored.
Mm-hmm.
Knowledge and science mix with faith in the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
To determine which of the chosen were called. Don't scratch the itch with your money, Paul. Don't do it.
The first thing I asked for, spiritually millionaire.
Careful. I hope you are, because I know I'm gonna be good. If you a millionaire, I'm straight.
Spiritually millionaire. Spiritually millionaire. Mentally millionaire. Physically, health wise.
There you go. Now, so you got to break it down, because right now, bro, if you can tap into the infinite and the eternal, that shit is priceless. There's no amount of money is worth of what knowing represents, not believing. Knowing. There's no money that you can give up.
But
once you get the knowing, it's the end, and not the end in all, but the end in all as far as what you're searching for. Because once you know, everything else falls in your lap.
And while saying this, in my own divine right.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Not where I have to go ahead, where it's the blessing is for the individual, not going here where I have to render someone else as a sacrifice.
Oh, I know. See, we don't even think like that, bro. That's
I do.
Religious shit, bro. I don't even think like that.
No,
that's
I do, because you know what?
Someone has to sacrifice for you to get what you need.
No, because you said that earlier. You said about money, you may get this because of that happens, or something. So because I'm saying my own divine, my own divine. You see what I'm saying? My own divinity, not the sacrifice of anyone else. It's because I deserve it, because I am. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, what did it say? Ye are gods, right? I shouldn't have to ask for anything.
I'm gonna be real. If I made a lot of money, I'm only gonna give the shit away anyway. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. It ain't gonna corrupt me because I'm not gonna have it for long.
But just think about not even the financial. That's abundance. But look at what I said. I said spiritually. If you had a millionaire worth of spirituality, y'all still got bugs?
Man, it's Florida, nigga. It's hot right now. It's like 75, nigga. You see, I'm in my joint. Not because it's cold, because I gotta fight off the insects. Because
no
right
insects
around
no more.
this is dry season, so there isn't a lot of food and it's cold, so they can only come out so much. Nigga, when they come out, they coming to get you, bro.
It ain't no more insects.
In fact, listen, leave me insects. Be gone.
It ain't no more insects here.
I forgot about them insects and I got bit like 4 times and was like, what the hell?
Yo.
I don't even remember them biting. I ain't even see them.
Hey, our climate has changed. It snowed last week. So, you know what I'm saying? There are no more insects.
I seen it. Oh, bro, it was like 45, 50 down here, and that's cold.
But it's gone now. It's like 40 again. But I'm just saying
no, it's about to get cold. You're about to get a northeastern because our shit is supposed to go down to like 35 Wednesday or Thursday. It's supposed to be this cold front, and then after that, we're back to warmth.
Yeah, it's no more insects, mental. None. No mosquitoes, no bees.
Oh, no, over there where you at? No, that's dead. Yeah, you good.
It's just birds. It's squirrels. You know what I'm saying? It's the
fighting to live, nigga. Fighting to live out there in the winter.
Yeah.
They don't know nothing about that winter time, boy.
But you know the one thing though that I do appreciate though, and I'm thankful for the last 3 years, we really haven't. The climate has been changing. As cold as it be here, it be cold like that in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? It be cold in other places. We don't get that.
Saying before, it's not isolated just to the northern regions. You know why? That's that stem cell, that chemtrails, nigga. Well, that's what they trying to do anyway. But you know,
weather control. Because I'm gonna tell you, remember when we was little, the snow used to be over our head. You know what I'm saying? We was walking on the piles to go to school, and ain't none of that no more.
You had to open your porch door.
Yeah.
Move that snow out and tunnel around to your side door. Because you wasn't opening your door because the snow was too high. You ain't getting out.
Yeah. Hey, I remember it might have been like 2015. My cousin, she had a place, a condo out on the lake, way out Hamlin, right?
Uh-huh.
It's the snow from the lake effect came in. And it was at her front door. Yo, you open her front door, and that's all you seen was snow.
Right, the way up.
Yo.
How the hell you gonna get out of that, bro?
Yo. But she go around to the other side, and it was normal. It was just at that door because the wind and everything.
Of the lake effect. I got you.
Yeah, the lake effect.
I got you.
But it was you open the door, and it was just snow. I'm just like. That's how it be in Buffalo. It don't be like that here no more. You know what I'm saying?
We used to get our fair portion.
Yeah.
But not anymore.
Hey, but anything else you got spiritually?
Oh, just to download that food is what the Roman government used to kill the people back in the day, and they doing it now. Food and they medicine. They doctors are practicing a sorry ass type of medicine. Shit is horrible. Ignore anything that can't make them a profit. Right now, we're in the times of heal thyself. Heal yourself, people. Stop trusting them house sick peoples. That's hospital. That's what they do. They house sick people. They ain't trying to get you right. Otherwise, it won't make no money. It's $1 trillion industry. Don't get it twisted. That's why they killed Dr. Sebi. That's why they on the black dude with the dreads. I can't remember his name.
Oh yeah,
put him in jail.
Dr. Yaki.
Got him, nigga.
Yaki?
Yeah,
or the other dude?
I think they got the ones
with the shirt off, right?
Yes.
Not Dr. Yaki. He wear the Scully cap with the dreads.
The one that was actually
they after him too.
No, they after him too. They after him too.
He said it. He said they.
Oh, bro, they not about to let you mess up their money. Don't get it twisted.
You know what? Before we go, winter solstice coming up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that being said, did you see the thing that I put up about the Christmas tree with it?
Yes. Yes. Claus. Nigga, that's all pagan shit. It's all pagan.
But you know how many people that like religious wise that didn't like that?
Of course.
Because,
you know why? See, here's the problem with religion. When it interferes with something you like, you tend to shoot it away. Religion, my ass, and I'm just gonna put this Christmas tree up, where regardless of what Jesus said about it.
He said, I don't care if your pastor, your mama, your daddy, they're all a liar. Yo, and people,
You're lying
you know,
to you.
So the thing, that's what I wanted to talk about before we go. The truth. How do we say it? The truth don't have to what? The truth don't have to get with you.
Oh, the truth gets with no one. You get with it.
With it.
The truth don't get with no one. It has nothing to do with what we do, think, do, smell. You get with the truth, and when you get with it, you have to get with it. All right, ain't no bullshit.
Hey, that's the thing. What is happening now? Okay, truth is everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You can walk outside your door and there's truth. It's been there. It's been there. It's been there. But I'm just saying, like, here you have a religious pastor breaking down the whole tree, everything. Just because you don't like his delivery, you're saying, okay, well, I don't have to listen to that because his whole, you know what? That's what we're talking about. It don't matter if it's a
problem with religion. They'll put the tree up and just pray on Sunday, forgive me for my Christmas tree.
Or they just don't want to give up their old ways, their evil ways.
They want to do what they want to do. Religion is good with that. It can help you well. Most people aren't religious fanatics, so they don't take the religion to that degree. Oh, I'm a good person. I do this, I do that. I try to help a person now and then I'm good. It's over. I'm straight. All my religious and spiritual stuff is taken care of. Now I got to worry about making this money. Okay? Let's get back to this money making, baby. Okay, that's all they think about.
And it's drying up though, because look at Black Friday sales was down. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people
ain't buy, Jazzy. Let's be real. What the fuck else is there to buy? At our age, when you get into the 50s, you pretty much had everything that you wanted. All your cars, all that bullshit. You didn't have it brand new, but you had it. All that. What else is there to buy? Will Smith said it best. I hate for you to get at a point where you have all the money you need to buy anything and you've bought everything. You don't need anything because this world is only a world of things. It can only give you things. It cannot help your spirit. It cannot make you happy. It cannot give you peace. It cannot help you to forgive. It cannot help you to be loyal. It cannot give you respect. None of that comes from money, status.
You know what happened? That's when the light came, because in the realm of darkness, you see what I'm saying? When it came in the light, that's when objects and things became visible. You know, but in the darkness.
Well, all those things, see, this is what people don't realize. All those things existed in the darkness. In equilibrium. It was just
until that light.
Until we got that light, we came into the next realm. Now it's showing the opposites that were already in the darkness. Dark
that nobody even paid attention to.
Because they didn't know. It all looked the same. There ain't nothing to pay attention to. It's all dark. It's darkness.
But you know what?
You didn't know that there was consciousness in that darkness.
But
good,
you know
bad,
what?
And ugly in that darkness.
You know when that shows you that? Because if you look back at those old pictures in the 1800s when they had the trains and remember they had the scooters and everything.
Not only they had the magnetic vehicles. This is back then.
Yeah, but
in New York, they had a whole sidewalk that moved in the carnival by electromagnetic energy. Man, bro, they got you thinking that everything was buggies and horses. Lies.
And the reset, you know what happens? I'm noticing about the reset. What happens is that they start diminishing stuff each generation, because by the 5th, 6th generation, it's just a memory for the people that's about to pass on.
Right.
So the younger people don't even know. Like if you was to go back and say, have you ever heard of MC Hammer? Or, you know what I'm saying? Or some people be like,
no, never heard of them. Think about it. We used to watch shows with cowboys and Indians. The Indians was dark like us, nappy hair, on television because they didn't have another version for it.
hey,
So they
but
use
this,
real depictions of Indians. Now what we got? Now you got the Indians, these so-called Indians, these fake Mongolians that came over there from China. All right, they came over and faked to be Indians. Now they're telling it, yeah, we stole their shit. We got so good at stealing their shit, we just kept stealing it till it was
and
all ours.
This is what I.
But you got their own people saying, yes, we did it. This was all their shit. They were not slaves. They own this shit. All this land is ours. See, that type of truth can't come out. That'll destroy the economic system, which it will do anyway. All that shit's going to fall. The truth is going to come out to save us, but when it first comes out, it's going to seem like, oh, shit is going to hell in a handbasket. No, that's the truth. Let it do its work. Watch it cleanse shit.
I'm going to tell you right now, 2025, with AI, you ain't going to be able to recognize the truth from the lie.
And
they almost there.
And when AI gets there, that'll be the end, because AI will bring it to a destruction for you. We already know what we want.
We that close already. If you look at stuff and then you just like, it's still, you can still distinguish it. Like, okay, wait a minute, something's moving in the back. This isn't real, or this.
Yeah,
but they're perfecting it to the point right now. By the end of next year, you're not going to be able to tell the truth from a lie.
The problem is, they ain't doing shit the spirit don't know that they ain't done. This is not the first time that they've gotten to this level of technology before the spirit done stepped in. It was like, oh, that's the end of this age. Age, world, same thing.
Hey, but you know what?
Listen, they used to interpret and they replaced the word age, this zodiac, this with the word world. So you think the world is coming to an end? It ain't the world. This age, nigga, we going to a new heavens and a new earth. All this bullshit is done. Done, kid. Got the teacher.
That's what happened with Christ. Like if you read the Bible, it said at the end of this age, it didn't say world.
It didn't say world. Nothing to do with the world. But once again, we've been programmed so thoroughly on everything that has to do with the afterlife that most people won't even investigate. They won't read about nothing. Most people fear the devil and ain't read one piece of literature on the devil, of what the devil is, what Lucifer is. Nothing. They've read nothing. They're only bit by what was in the Bible or the Quran or the Torah. They've read and then I challenge them, and I challenge any of y'all, who killed all the people in the Bible?
Hey,
the one that Lucifer killed. The one that Lucifer killed. God said he could do it. Who killed all the people? Right. When your boy heard that, he was like, oh, I'm going to have to get back. Ain't no get back to me. Ain't no get back to me. You know and I know.
Nothing happens unless... So that's why I be trying to tell people.
God is good all the time. Bullshit. What God you talking about?
There's good and evil. And I just said that this week. I was like, there's good and evil in everyone and in everything. It's your perspective, perspective of how you see it and how you view it. There's good and bad in everybody. Hey, there's good and bad in everyone.
I was thinking the same thing too.
We gotta
learn to live, learn to give each other what we need to survive. That was my song.
Yeah.
Together,
that was Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson. Ebony and Ivory.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. If you realize, like you were saying, the total reset is just like those things. We just didn't know about those things, but those things was existing there.
Yes,
we didn't know. It's
already there. Only thing our eyes couldn't see it. Remember, we only see 3% of the 100% of the light spectrum. 3%. That's nothing. It's less than nothing.
You go outside, stuff is already there. We just don't.
Already there. Once you raise your consciousness, you can see it. All right, Jazzy. It is getting late.
What
Oh,
time is it? 8:39.
yeah,
Okay.
you got probably, what time you going in? You going in early again tomorrow?
I'm gonna try. I went in a regular time today. My alarms was going off. I was just like snooze,
Like, I
snooze,
can't do
and then I went back and reset the clocks and said I'm gonna sleep another hour.
it. Before you know it, it's going regular time.
Yeah, yeah.
But all right, Jazzy Fizzle, let me know.
All right.
Friday, we going to do another. What time Friday?
It'll be in the evening, probably Friday evening around 7.
7? You want it late or you want it a little early? Or because I ain't got to work Friday.
7 or 8. Yeah, 7 or 8. I work. I'm probably going in. I'm off, but I'm going in for overtime.
10-4.
Yes.
All right. Well, we'll get with you. We'll set it up for Friday.
There was a lot said tonight.
Always.
There was a lot said, but you know what? Hey, people, I want y'all to know. I said that, instead of calling him, I'm just gonna go. Let's just go live, because this is how we talk when we talk on the phone.
Sit there and talk about everything, right?
So I wanted to go ahead and give the people and everyone a chance to see how we talk. So this is our everyday. This is nothing that's scripted. This is nothing. You know what I'm saying? We just going off of truth
All
and
natural.
how we know truth to be. Oh, but before we go, that's back to the truth thing. Like we said, you don't have to. Truth don't never have to get with you. So the thing is, people be looking for the right person to go ahead and say it a certain kind of way. And that's why I respect Charleston White. That's why I respect Brother Panic. That's why I respect, who else was it? That pastor, Gino Smith. And a lot of other people that speak boldly and don't care about how you accept it, or, you know what I'm saying? Because the whole thing about it, truth is truth. And if it wouldn't matter, because if it was a bum sitting on the side of the street trying to tell you the same thing, you would just walk by them. But the fact that they use the fact that people use authority and and boldness and don't care about how people view them or sense them, people want to go ahead and say, I can't even respect them because their delivery is wrong.
Let's be real. They trust the grocery store that everything in the grocery store is good for them, which it ain't. They trust the liquor store that every liquor in there is good for them, which it ain't. Think about it. Think how they trust the government. They trust the doctors to tell them what's good for them, which they don't give a fuck because they getting paid. Not every doctor, but most of them are on that agenda, and they practice bad medicine. I'll say it again.
Yeah.
Fucked
you
up.
See what I don't want to even say about, because I don't want this video to come down about the video.
I don't give a damn. It is what it is, nigga.
Hey, but the thing is, just think about it. How is truth supposed to get to you? At what level?
To come at you your way. Truth doesn't work like that. That's why most people ain't got the truth.
That's why they didn't like they like the dude that Samuel, or the dude that was talking to the women and the men. See, a lot of women took it and said, "Oh, he's being a male chauvinist, this, that, or whatever." But no, I've seen plenty of videos where he told dudes the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter. Yeah, Kevin Samuels, where he told women and men, he's like, "Nigga, you ain't got it together. You
right, boss up, bro, before you do anything. Slow down."
Yeah. So the thing is, I respect people that come with authority in their voice and to go ahead, untamable, and they giving you raw truth, because you know what? That's the only way some people will hear it. You know what? People complaining about it, but you heard what it said.
But once again, if you have to get with the truth and the truth is speaking through you, it's going to tell you a certain way to say the truth. It's not going to be up to you to determine how the truth goes. No, bro, this is what it is. And if it is, then that would be a sin, because now you're distorting what the Spirit is trying to tell you for whatever reason. You trying to not hurt their feelings. You trying to do this. Now they ain't getting the message.
Hey, fuck your feelings. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. Truth. That's what the truth was saying to you.
I warn people, you don't want to know. You're asking a question that you don't want to know. So think before you ask these questions, because I give it to you. And some people be like, "Oh no, you don't want Mr. Campbell to answer that question. Just stop.
Yeah.
Just keep going. Just
Yeah.
keep moving down the way. Because I'll answer it."
But you know what people do? They'll tiptoe around you. There's Mr. Campbell. You know what? Let me tiptoe because I don't want to hear it. I had
a girl report me to the supervisor because I was talking with someone else, and she was like a Southern belle. She reminded me of a very feminine woman that uses her femininity, doesn't get angry, doesn't argue, doesn't yell, none of that. Just in her own femininity. I don't talk to you like that, sir. So I would appreciate if you know what I'm saying. And I was talking to her, I was like, Sam, you don't see that a lot in women. So many women are so masculine now. She went and reported me talking about, I was talking about women. I wasn't even talking to her.
Wow.
Because come to find out, she was gay. But I didn't know that.
Hey, you know what? I want to touch on that too real quick before we go. Okay, so with truth, okay, so this is the thing. Like, I don't really give a damn what you do with your life, how you live your life, what your lifestyle is. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you choose to be with a man, if you're a man, if you're a woman, you want to be with a woman.
Don't care.
Or anything. Okay.
A donkey, a doll, it doesn't matter. That's you. Go ahead.
Okay, but be truthful about it. You see what I'm saying?
Well,
just be truthful. Don't go ahead. If you're a man and you want to and you want to date men or whatever, don't go ahead and mislead women to go ahead and think that you are somebody that, like you have a woman planning a wedding and all of this stuff, want to have children, or you may went ahead and married and have children, and that wasn't your purpose. You didn't want to go ahead and be with them from the beginning. Just live your truth.
You got to remember, people are so busy pretending to be something they're not. They're not even living truth in themselves. They lying to themselves. So how the hell are they going to live a life of truth if they can't even live truth in themselves? Tell themselves the truth.
But see, what they do, they make it for people that is telling the truth, because what they'll say, oh, he's homophobic. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm very comfortable in who I am. It's just that, you know what, the whole thing about it, just you be truthful of who you are. That's it.
What we ain't going to do is, because you identify as an ostrich, I'm not going to call you an ostrich. All right. I don't care. I don't care what do you identify as? I'm going to call you what I did. If you get upset, my bad.
Hey, that part too.
I go by my eyes. I don't go by a dictionary form of, or you're calling me a female. Okay.
Hey, see, you know what the problem is? It was that Obama stuff to go ahead where you ushered in all of this whole false reality stuff. You know what I'm saying? If you a dude that you're a transformer, you know what I'm saying, and you want to go ahead, stop.
I'm just a transformer.
No, but I'm just saying that's what the term is. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, go ahead.
I'm just, that's the lingo.
No, go ahead.
You know
Go ahead.
But I'm saying, if you are, then tell people. Don't go ahead and why mislead somebody. If you're a woman and you want to tape your breasts down, you want to go ahead and then, like, if somebody asks you, like, you see the video where they said, okay, what's your I don't want to say that term,
your sexual preference.
They ask them what's they
what name do they identify as,
and then they'll say something like DJ this, that, or whatever, and then they say, okay, what's your birth name? Sheila. And then, they start laughing. So they go ask all of these.
Oh, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, you know what? You can have an identity. You know what I'm saying? I mean, mental is what he, you know what I'm saying? I'm Jazz. But the whole thing is, our governments is something different. But the whole thing about it, I'm not leading you to believe anything outside of, you know what I'm saying? If you ask me who I am and what I stand for, I'm going to tell you. And
but
that's
you
what
gotta remember, Jazzy. If you're a man and you want to be a woman, that's a contradiction in itself. You're fighting your own nature.
But you know what? It's not even our job to go ahead and even worry about that.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? And my thing is just don't lie about it.
I mean, once again, if they like it, I like it.
No,
you
but
do.
No, but what I'm saying, just be truthful in everything. If you want to be a lesbian, if you want to be a, whatever you want to be, if you want to be
Easier
that,
said than done.
hey, I'm just somebody that my thing is truth. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing is too. It's just like this world has gotten to a point where it's fake lashes, it's fake hair,
Do
it's
you know
fake
what the
booties.
eyelashes? I was watching. This is gonna kill you. Over in England, you know why they put the eyelashes on?
Hmm.
To catch the cum from the dude. That the
Oh
hookers
yeah,
used
I
to
heard
put
that.
them on.
I heard
The
that. I
hookers
heard
put them
that.
on to catch so the
I
cum wouldn't
heard
get in
that.
their
Yeah, I
eyes.
heard that. I heard that. I heard that. I heard that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like if I was looking at a video and it showed women that was back in the 90s and compared to now, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's okay to want to enhance yourself, but be who you are.
No, the
Just be who
problem
you
is
are.
it's telelive vision. Now you can get in front of the telelive vision. Fake eyes, fake contacts, eyelashes, weave, fur, implants, BBL, DDL, SSL. Then, if you don't like it, you can even crop it. So when you put it on there, you even look even better. Then when they see you in person, they looking like, God.
You know what? I miss the old swimsuit body look. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just
Mhm.
a little bit of breast, small waist, hips, little bit of
No,
butt. You know what
I've
I'm
never
saying?
gotten into those over when you over exaggerate features. It doesn't look good. It's
I don't
it's
need.
it's good to see, I guess, to look at like, but come on, you know
It's
how
not,
unhealthy that
but
shit is?
but it's not even good to look at. If you see somebody that their butt is like, and then they don't match their legs,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's just like
Uh,
I'm like, why do you even do that to yourself? You know what I'm
you
saying?
have no way right.
Hey, just be true to yourself and love yourself, man. That's
Mm.
what I said. If that's what you want to do, then and you love it, you know what I'm saying. But don't go out telling people it's real.
It's my hair. I paid for it. And then
I
what
mean, if you
kills me is they're covering up their natural hair, which has essence and power that grows in the
oh,
sun. It breathes. It gives you all types of spirit. You got that shit covered up with that bullshit. Then they putting all type of lice, bugs in the goddamn hair just
so
for you.
matter of fact, I think I put that video in the in our text group about where how to gather the hair. I might have posted it on
Yup.
my page
I know what you're saying.
where they was it's all on the ground. They getting people
Uh,
for hair from all different type of people. So
people all mixed together.
you putting different energy on top of your head that came from millions of other people.
No, even worse, you're putting dead energy on top of your live living energy to cut your shit short. You're
You
putting
mass
dead makeup, shit that's covering up your natural essence of your skin so it can absorb the environment around you so you can look better. Makeup, eyelashes that ain't right. You're putting
I'm,
fake shit in your body so you can look better, which automatically decreases your longevity of life. Come on, bro. You go to the hospitals and take these fake drugs that'll kill you on their own. They don't even operate at a state of health. They operate at a state of sickness. This shit is crazy. If I'm not here seeing this shit for myself, Jazzy, I would swear this shit couldn't exist. I would swear it couldn't exist. I'd be like, I cannot believe this shit. Motherfuckers is so ignorant. They'll go do whatever the fucking government says. Whatever television says, they're in. 85
you know,
sheep,
you know,
zombies, deaf,
hey, and
dumb, and blind.
but you know what? That 85, if you go ahead and look outside, that 85 is a real big percent because if you look outside, especially you go to Atlanta, every woman look the same. They got the long fake hair, they got the eyelashes, they got the long fake nails. You know what I'm saying? They might
And
have
all of
some
them are,
body work
and
done.
what kills me is all of them are fucking alone. They're only impressing each other. They don't even give a fuck what we want. They think a man is here just to serve their ass.
I just seen this year, at the end of this year, where I start to see a few women get married. But you didn't really see marriage a lot.
Shit is
You
dying
know what
out
I'm saying?
there. If the
You know what I'm
government has
saying?
their way, marriage having babies, all that shit aside. Remember, everything they doing is through the food. They putting all this shit in the food, so men are getting breasts. They have more female tendencies. All that is so to stop procreation. They think the world is too populated. It's overpopulated. They have no spiritual essence or journey to think that motherfuckers can come from another realm to pick up their people and move them off. If it was to be the case, all they think about is death and decay. All right. They're anthropathic people. All they knew is murder, killing, war. That's what feeds them. They want someone to be on the bottom and someone to be on the top, and that's them.
And you know what I'm gonna tell you? You know what the mistake is though, Mental? Is because the mass genocide through all of that, you're not gonna have any workers.
They don't care. As long as they good. The whole
they won't be good if you ain't got no workers.
50% of the population. Remember, they don't give a fuck about it. All they want is enough workers to serve them. That's all they care about. And right now, there's too many food eaters or breeders on Earth for them. That's why they're doing all this, to kill off people, putting it in the food, putting it in the medicine, giving these goddamn vaccinations that don't do shit but help kill you. Got fragments of other motherfuckers' DNA in it, giving it to the whole world. Man.
We might have to edit that because they're going to take our video down. Yo,
don't care.
Someone
would have to listen to the whole 2 hours and 5 minutes. They're not going to do that. They ain't even that goddamn diligent. Now, if we became famous and every word we said, maybe. No, we say whatever the fuck we want to say. We ain't the only ones that said it about it. Other people have said it. I've heard it off YouTube and Facebook.
There's a lot of information in this. If people sat here and watched this, or the ones that watched the replay, because there was a lot of food in this video.
I can only help you. The best way we know is through experience. Evidence and reason. Not even knowledge, wisdom, and understanding anymore. We don't move to experience, evidence, and reason. Nigga, we done moved off that first 360. Now we on this next 360 into the vortex.
It has to be identified that you can go ahead as evidence.
It has to be evidence, reason, or experience. Those are the three things that you can quantify something from. And now in the spiritual realm, because we can't go off what looks good, feels good, tastes good, sounds good, we have to go off evidence, reason, and experience. It's the next level.
And you know what the thing is? The experience of the things that I have done and the things that I know, that's all I can give you. That's all I can give you.
Faith, evidence of things not seen by others, but seen by us. Substance that things are hoped for because the Spirit has showed us so much. We hope for a better world. We want people to know. We want people to get off the sugars. We want people to have knowledge of who they are. We want them to tap into the infinite in the spirit, to touch this shit that we touching. We ain't trying to keep it to ourselves, but we're in the world and not of it, my brother. Hey, saying that.
Before we go, I just want to say, truth. I'm so serious about the truth. Be willing to have mind expansion to accept truth on any level. I don't care if it's from a bum. I don't care if it's from a liar.
Where it comes from.
Hey, truth will always outsell itself because it's going to stand by itself. And you know what? You'll know because you'll hear it here, you'll hear it here, and you're going to hear it here. When that truth lines up, accept truth.
You know what I'm saying? Heart. That's why the spirit of truth is a thing. Where's the spirit of truth? It ain't out here.
Hey, and Mental, before we even arrived here on this physical plane, truth was already here.
Already there. Waiting on the nigga to discover it. Saying that.
We're going to lock it up.
Thank you. Yeah, lock it up. Peace and love.
Like, share, subscribe,
all that.
Spread this word. And check us out Friday and Saturday evening, all right?
Oh, we going to do a weekend, y'all, so get right. Peace, love.